Hello and welcome to the Business Debate. I'm Sarah Lockett and today we're talking about small and medium-sized enterprises. To discuss how SMEs keep up with the dizzying array of payment methods now expected by the consumer, we're joined in the studio by Andrew Key, President of Elavon Europe. Andrew, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
Good afternoon, Sarah.
Now, consumers expect to be able to pay online, contactless, mobile phone, a whole array of different ways. And how much of a challenge is that for SMEs?
It's a huge challenge for every business, large or small, but particularly challenging for a small business. They want to focus their efforts on growing their business, on attracting and retaining their customers. The added challenge for them is how are they selling and where are they selling? Throw payments into that mix and being a small business is a major challenge.
Technically, how difficult is it to accommodate different payment methods?
As an acquirer in the UK marketplace, my role is providing that payment capability to that small business. So I need to make it as easy as possible for the small business to take money, to take payment from their consumers. What the small business is also now starting to look for is how can we provide extra data and insight to help them really understand the behaviour of their consumers, who's shopping where, which channels they're using, what they're buying, which days they prefer to buy. So our challenge is using the payment data as the base for that is to bring that insight to life for them.
Because this is something that the payment methods can provide, isn't it? It's insight about your customer.
Absolutely. When you're moving away from cash into card payments or to using mobile wallets and others, you get a much richer source of data. And our challenge is providing that source of data and the opportunity back to the small business so that they can really focus on driving and growing their business.
And an unbelievable number of sales are abandoned because people aren't happy with the payment method.
It's about 50%. So 50% of us as consumers get halfway through a transaction. We may have found the online store, we may have chosen the goods we want, we're happy with the price, and then we abandon from that point on, which is a lost sale to that business. And most small businesses, in fact any business, can't afford to lose that sale. So our job is to provide them with the capabilities to remove the friction that that consumer may experience when they're trying to check out and buy the goods.
Now, what is your solution?
We work with a variety of technology partners. So if you're shopping online, we can provide you with the payment gateway. We can provide you with the technology that allows you to check out safely and securely. If you're using mobile payments, so Apple Pay's recently launched in the UK, again, we'll provide the customer, particularly in store or through in-app payments, with the ability to accept those payments. So we cover all the different channels that consumers want to cover and try to offer as many payment types as are relevant and safe for that small business customer.
Now, you mentioned Apple Pay, which is still only in the single percent figures of all sales. Now, how do you decide which of these new payment methods, Bitcoin, which you're going to offer?
That's a challenge in itself. So again, if you look outside the UK and across Europe, there are literally hundreds of different types of payment method that you can use, from digital wallets to contactless payments. So the choice is huge. Our challenge is, and our opportunity is to identify a subset of those that are going to be the most relevant for our small business customers and that are safe and secure and cost effective for those small business customers as well.
And most SMEs might think that, say, a tablet-based point of sale e-payment method is beyond them, but not with yourselves.
No, and that's the evolution of the marketplace as well. So payment is the core of our business, but through working with partners, and in the UK and in the US we work with a partner called Talic, we're now delivering solutions to restaurants, to the hospitality sector and to retail that doesn't just allow them to safely and securely take the payment, it allows them to take orders, to manage tables, to deliver orders into the kitchen. So it's a lot of it's cloud-based technology and it's really cost effective.
So convergence is a rather jargony word, but tell me about that.
So the concept behind convergence is it shouldn't matter for you as a consumer whether you want to make the purchase online, in-store, via your mobile phone. The panacea of convergence is that irrespective of where you start that shopping process, you can complete again seamlessly and effortlessly. I say the panacea, it's very difficult to deliver. Both technically and actually from a small business perspective, small businesses who don't have the legacy of established infrastructure that some of the major high street names may have actually have an advantage. They can design for the fact that consumer behaviours are changing. Consumers demand different payment methods and different times and points at which they check out.
No, easier said than done, isn't it? Because often the online is a different business to the store.
That's actually an advantage that a small business has, because most small businesses can think about the way their consumers are behaving now. If you're a large established business, you've most likely got infrastructure that's been there for some time that wasn't designed and created with the changing consumer behaviours in mind.
Andrew Key, President of Elavon Europe, thanks for joining me in the studio.
Thank you, Sarah.